American feminism is real, is valid, necessary, and affects you. Now, I hope at this point in history, most of us can agree that women deserve equal rights. But there's still many people who seem to think that American feminism is unnecessary. So logic would follow that this is because they don't believe that women face any extra barriers that men do. Personally, I believe there are still many barriers that women face in America. These include sexual abuse, workplace discrimination, and a lack of adequate health care. Workplace discrimination. We need look no further than our president's own cabinet to see discrimination in practice. Women make up 47% of the workforce, but only 13% of the president's cabinet. Then, if we look at the more liberal art world, even most museums only show a few token women shows a year. Then, if we turn to the private sector, out of the Fortune 500 companies, only 4% of the top CEOs are women. All right, will you play this at 24 seconds?
After Hollaback.
If a girl comes out in public with tight leggings, and you see something like that, I'm saying something.
Like if you're trying to like walk out and like not have guys try to track you, then try not to wear like tight clothes. We don't want to be those guys.
We're trying to stop.
We're just being teenage boys.
It's my right as an American citizen to place whatever I want to.
Okay, so women are often objectified, whether it's being told by a stranger to smile, as if their worth is only worth the image they give to the world, being catcalled, or if we turn to a more serious statistic, being raped. 1 out of every 6 American women faces sexual assault in their lifetime. This is compared to 1 out of 33 men. This can result in PTSD. In fact, 70% of women report having PTSD 3 years after being raped. 33% of women contemplate suicide after being raped, and 13% of women attempt suicide. If you don't think these are serious statistics that need overcoming, I'm really not sure what to tell you. Now, if we look at women's health care, many of you probably think of this, Planned Parenthood. Of course, abortion and reproductive rights are usually the topic we think of first with women's health care, but that's almost a complete topic unto itself, so I'm just going to avoid that for this presentation. But there's still other healthcare problems that women face, such as the ACA Act, which is supposed to force insurance companies to provide women's health care, except many insurance companies aren't enforcing these laws, according to a study by the National Women's Law Center. Insurance companies are supposed to provide free mammograms, contraception, and paternal care. But unfortunately, many of them are not doing this. That's why there are programs like Planned Parenthood where women can go to get help for free. Now, some people still want to cut off funding to Planned Parenthood because of abortions, when in fact none of the government funding provided to it goes directly to the abortions. So I think we should still be able to provide healthcare for all women. Okay. Feminism is something that affects all of us today, whether you're a man, woman, or something in between, because women deserve equal rights, and without women working at their full capacity, society isn't working at their full capacity. We need to stand up for women when they're facing sexual assault, give them equal opportunities in the workplace, and of course, we need to provide them the health care they need to lead healthy and happy lives. So I hope that you'll stand up with me and stand up for America's women.